Hello, my name is Stephen Kennedy. For my oral presentation, I will be discussing my research paper topic, which is cloning. There are three different types of cloning, therapeutic, DNA, and reproductive cloning. In the paper, I will be discussing the possible applications and moral dilemmas of cloning. Therapeutic cloning is when you destroy a human embryo, take the stem cells, and use them to try to create exact replicas of other cells that you might need. Scientists believe that we could possibly cure certain diseases with this technique, Alzheimer's, Lou Gehrig's, degenerative diseases, by recreating the cells that are being destroyed. The moral implications of this are that you are destroying a human embryo in the process, and many people, like me, believe that life begins at conception when the egg is fertilized. Scientists have stated that life does not begin until the baby leaves the womb or is about to. That's a fairly big moral problem. You are determining when something has the right to be called human. Well, the dictators across the world have decided when something is human or not, and I don't see this as any different. DNA cloning has actually been around for a long time, since the 1970s. What you do is you take something that you want to reproduce, say insulin, a certain DNA strand, you inject it into a bacteria plasmid. The bacteria then mass produces what you want, what you inject into it, and it's a perfect recreation. So, used in study, mass-produced medicine. The reproductive cloning is when you try to clone an animal. What you're doing is you're trying to get an animal that has the same genetic DNA as a pre-existing or existing animal. They've had some success with this. Dolly the sheep is the most famous. Dolly the sheep actually did not live very long because she lived to be about 6 years old, and we believe it's because the DNA degraded during the cloning process. This is a very common problem when cloning an animal. Most are created with mutations, deformities. Most do not live very long at all, which is kind of a animal rights issue, because you're basically making an animal that has an extremely high chance of dying a horrible death. And another problem is that they plan on making a cloned human one day. Well, then you have to decide whether does the cloned human have human rights because you made it? Does something a man created have the same rights as one that was born naturally? There's some more implications when doing that. Also, they plan on perhaps trying to alter the DNA so that we don't get certain diseases. But the thing with that is that you could possibly destroy some of our adaptability, our traits, and our diversity. Diversity is what makes this world so interesting. So that is going to be the topic of my research paper, cloning. Its possible applications and its moral dilemmas. Thank you.